Alright, now I think we're gonna have maybe the biggest and the most expected fight of the special fights. We see here jamelao against margarida. Fernando points margarida against Eduardo da Conceição jamelao.
What is the strength of each of these fighters? What are they known for?
Margarita always like to fight looking for submissions, and jamelao has a very good movements. So even though he's not a great finisher, he can establish control and make points and make a very competitive fight.
It's interesting, they move them right back into the mat, so they're supposed to be in the exact same position.
Yes, sometimes, you know, the referee tells them to stop and bring them in without moving positions, to don't take the action and the achievement so far away from it and start over. So it's just, they just keep going from where they were. The bottom guy, Margarita, he's trying to be effective in sweeps or finishing, and so he's not too concerned about defense. He's always playing offense. He's a very talented competitor, and jamelao, because he already winning for previous points, he's playing strategically very calm and waiting for the opportunity to increase his points and at the same time rest and just take as goes, not rushing too much. So Margarida attempts to throw. Because they're out of bounds, we'll start up again. Nothing of this action counts any points.
Oh, he went straight down. As some fighters feel more comfortable taking somebody down to the ground.
Because he's afraid to get thrown or something, so he's trying to go for his expertise, which is start from this position and from there go for a sweep and reverse everything. So
are they familiar with each other's styles?
Pretty much, they compete a lot among each other, so they know. So jamelao now just get 2 more points by sweeping from the guard, and a great reversal. Margarida didn't get the points because even though he get the top position, he didn't control jamelao on the bottom. I think jamelao got 2 more points now for the throw. He has a big score over Margarida.
And Margarita's going for the submission now because he's so back on points.
Yeah, now he's just thinking about. So see, Margarita went for a surprising choke and putting a lot of pressure over jamelao's neck. But he kind of measured his way out. Yes, he escapes.
Is it possible Margarita can still catch up on points?
Yes, he's trying like desperate to go for some kind of finish. It is possible. It's very unusual because at this point the only thing in jamelao's concern is just keep stalling the fight and taking his time, and it's going to be hard for Margarita to score over these conditions.
How much do you think that kind of pressure affects the psyche of the fighters?
Oh, it affects a lot because, you know, you can see like the victory slipping through your fingers and you just cannot be just allowing the fight get this kind of pace. So you commit to do something, and sometimes goes even against you, because your commitment to victory sometimes make you open the back door and let the guy just sneak in and get something else, you know. So it's like it's a tricky double angle situation. Jamelao is kind of managed very well the control he has. He's very patient, very much into the keeping the game, and Margarita is getting anxious to make something happen. He's such a great fighter. Anything can happen in this final minutes.
I wish I had some clothes like theirs. I mean, they never rip, those gis.
They're very strong. So once Jamelao has this kind of advantage in points over Margarita, the only thing he's thinking now is just waiting for the time and just wait, because
just running down the clock right now.
Yes, they just kind of getting more and more time.
Oh no, was that a risky move?
Yeah, he tried to attempt a throw, but Jamelao established his base and keep the position. Margarita tried to score in any situation for any kind, but Jamelao is just take his time and be very patient now. Margarita now has a back position. He almost get the back, and then he went to the control, but he still doesn't make no points because he could not free his leg. So doesn't count no points so far, even though he putting a lot of pressure now. Block now Margarita and trying to squeeze Jamelao's foot, but he's escaping again.
Was that a possible submission?
Oh yes, very possible.
It's amazing all the heart these fighters have. They just don't give up.
Yes, and they're so much into the competition. They put everything on.
How much training do they do for these type of matches?
Oh, they basically training forever. I mean, they teach, they practice, they compete all the time. For those fighters, they are in their prime for competition, so they pretty much in like year-round season for competition, and so they're kind of in their prime. Now he attempt a good choke in Jamelao, but Jamelao cannot allow the hook, the foot, get into place, because if Margarita establish his foot like the bottom leg, he can make 4 points by that. But because he don't have both foots hooking into the Jamelao's hip, he could not make the 4 points. And Jamelao escaped from the back position. Now Margarita tried to mount, but he's still with one leg trap. He cannot make the points.
Jamelao is like an escape artist, it seems.
Yes,
he's really good at getting out.
Yes.
Now, do you ever go into your fight picturing what you're going to do, or is that kind of put you in a corner as far as your strategy?
Yeah, we have always to get this kind of idea, but basically you have to be in a zone and empty your mind and just do the best you can do. See, Jamelao get 2 more points in this very final movement because he could sweep. It was a great fight, a great victory for jamelao over margarida, and it was a great display of technique.